Hello YouTube Nation, this is Brian. It is January 16th, 2026 here at Vermillion Enterprises in chilly Spring Hill, Florida. It is about 6:30 in the AM here, and thought I would update you guys and gals on what has been happening here in the shop this week. It has been one of the most interesting weeks I've had here in the industry. I've been doing this since basically full time since I was 30, and I can tell you it's amazing even after all this time, still trying to figure out how to navigate these waters, because we had a huge monkey wrench thrown into the operation this week. So let's talk about that. Really, the liquidity of silver is on the ropes, folks. And really, this might be, this is a very interesting time for silver. One of the major refineries in the country, operating throughout the country, who is like the last bastion of relatively quick pay on silver, basically lowered their intake from 1,000 ounces of silver. This is scrap silver, this is sterling silver, this is alloyed silver, to 250 ounces per week. So they've capped us at 1,000 ounces going into this week, and now they lower that to even 250 ounces, which is nothing. And then they lowered their bid on generic silver to minus $15 per ounce. So I know some of you guys already know that based on some other social media channels out there. So they legitimately are now buying generic 999 silver from people like myself at minus $15 per ounce. That just does not work for us at the retail level, obviously, as we're taking in materials. And so that happened this week. And then another major wholesaler that I do a ton of business with just categorically shut off accepting silver of any kind except for American Silver Eagles and Canadian Maple Leafs. So no scrap silver, no generic 999 silver of any kind, no rounds, no bars, no 1 ounce, no 5 ounce, no 10 ounce, no kilos, nothing. Just categorically said no mas on 999 silver. And of course, this is all within the time, right? It's a perfect storm. Saturday, Monday, and Tuesday here, so these last like 5 or 6 days here, of course we got hit. We took in 15,000 ounces of 999 silver in various forms, and so that happened at the same time that two of our major outlets for that type of material went down, and just created just like this like mire of just shit for us to stomp through. And we're slowly digging our way out of that. This week, some of you, as you know, came into the shop. We categorically stopped buying silver except for Silver Eagles. We're starting to turn that back on a little bit starting yesterday, and we're going to slowly ramp that back up. But we had to stop because we had nowhere to go with it, and sitting on literally over 10,000 ounces of it. So we're slowly digging our way out of that mess. We've gotten very creative with how to get rid of it and free up that capital, because that was a significant amount of capital that got turned up. I will happily say that all of those deals, all the big deals that got bombarded into that little group have, I think they've all cashed their checks. Everyone got paid. Everyone is sitting pretty in that sense. And we're slowly getting ourselves back right here, right into the ship, and getting ready to get crazy busy with it again. But right now, silver purchasing is sluggish here on our end, to say the least. We got a lot of 999 silver that we still got to get through before we're going to really start accepting it in mass. So if you have 999 silver that you bought in significant chunks from places like AppMax, SD Bullion, JM Bullion, I would recommend, if you want to sell it, just sending it back to them. Let them buy it back from you guys and gals. I would recommend not sending it into us at this time, as we're still trying to dig out of that hole that we found ourselves in at the beginning of this week. Really, it has gotten to the point where silver is no longer liquid. So I was talking to another major dealer yesterday. We have gotten to a point now where there is a significant difference between current, like right now pay on silver, and then the right pay, which is 30-day pay. So we can still send our silver out to major wholesalers that will pay us what we would expect as a normal rate for generic silver and 90% silver, junk silver, but they're literally on a 3 to 5 week pay rate. So we can send it out. I sent out, like, for example, I sent out 1,000 face of junk 40 yesterday to one of these guys, and I overnighted that. So it was like $300 to get that to them. And I won't see that money for at least 30 days, maybe going even approaching 40 days. I'll get paid the right money for it, and it's locked in and all that. But that money is out there. That, I think it was like $25,000, something like that. That's gone. That's out of the equation for operating money for the shop for at least 30, maybe even pushing 40 days. So that's what's going on. Now, we can get quick money, right now money, and we have to be very creative in that sense, but it's at a very diminished amount. So getting significantly behind spot on it, and but we can get paid quick on it. So there's we're tightrope walking right now on what to do with 999 silver specifically. Junk 90 also. So taking in limited amounts of that right now, and we're processing it as fast as we can, getting rid of it. That's the other side of it. Silver, especially the smaller pieces of it, it's a time suck when it comes to processing it, getting it verified, getting it ready for market, finding someone to take it. So that's the other side that's frustrating with it, is the amount of time and manpower that it takes into just moving it. So yeah, that is what is going on here. That's why I haven't been here on the interwebs that much this week, because literally got crushed. But I'm happy to say we got a big wire in this morning or last night, which kind of took the stress off of the situation. So I'm very grateful for that. Oh, and that was the other thing too. One of our major wholesalers that we do business with a lot is up north. They got crushed by a blizzard this week, and also a bank audit. So they shut down their entire operation while they were going through their audit. So these audits, man, they are just out of control. Whether it's insurance audits, bank audits, creditor audits, whatever. My God, the government audits are just out of control. So it's yeah, it was just really like a perfect storm of shit. We just had to get through it, and we're slowly getting our head above water here again in that sense. But right now, categorically, we are not taking sterling silver, any kind of alloyed silver at all. We've got zero place to go with it. That's going to be my mission next week, is to find a place that will actually take it. Even if it's a 30-day turnaround, we got to find some place that will take it. So we are not taking any sterling at all, of any kind. No world alloyed silver, so no like Mexican alloy coins, no Canadian alloy coins, nothing like that. We are done taking it for the time being. So just keep that in mind. We're no longer using that as a form of payment or even accepting it across the counter. So just keep that in mind. Also, folks, cash your checks, please. We send you guys checks. You come in and get them. When you get them, when we hand them to you, or you open your mail and they're in the daily mail, please go right to the bank and deposit those checks. We have checks still open from December, folks. Please get in there, get those checks, cash, get them deposited. Do not sit on those checks, all right? Please, we got too many open checks right now. Get them cashed. We are not going to write a check that can't be deposited. Slam that thing, man. Slam it. Get that into your bank account. All right. So it is Friday. I'm going to go through inventory and premium updates. Not a lot to talk about premium wise. Some changes, some inventory updates, and we'll get you guys and gals on your way. I think that covers everything I wanted to talk about today. Let me just run through this real quick, make sure. Yeah, that's it. Let's do premiums, folks. Let's talk about gold for a second. I should have just did this a minute ago. Gold is wide open still, so no delays on gold in the way of purchasing or selling it on our end, thankfully. And God, for man, if that did happen, that would be a killer. But gold is wide open. Gold is king. That is what I've always said, and that is definitely reigning true right now. No delays on processing gold. No changes in the pricing either. So if you have bars, we're going to pay you 98%. Fractional foreign golds such as old sovereigns, ducats, marks, francs, lira, corona, pesos, anything else along those lines will pay you 98% of melt. Pre-33 gold, pretty much all of it's at 98% of melt at this point, except for the rare types. $5 and $10 gold commemorative coins, we are buying them at 98% of melt. 1 ounce foreign gold, we are buying them at 99% of spot. Now, if you have the fractional versions of those coins, such as 1/10 ounce, quarter ounce, or half ounce maple leafs, for example, we're going to pay you 98%. But on the 1 ounce pieces, we're going to pay you 99%. So, for example, there's a Kruger in there talking about maple leafs, kangaroos, pandas, Australian nuggets, Britannias, Philharmonics. Here's a couple of South African big game elephant coins that came in last night. We paid 99% on those. All right, but bars, 98%. Fractional foreign, whether it's modern or the older material, 98% of melt on. All right, now gold eagles, 1/10 ounce gold eagles. We're still buying them at melt plus 3%, selling at melt plus 6. Quarters we're buying at melt, selling at melt plus 5, and halves we're buying at melt and selling at melt plus 3%. 1 ounce gold buffaloes and 1 ounce gold eagles we're buying at spot minus 1% and selling at spot plus 2%. All right, platinum eagles, only got a couple of these, but we're still buying at spot plus 75 and selling at spot plus $125 per ounce. All right, coal, silver, dollars. These are always subject to change. We have some in the shop, not a lot, but we are buying at 63 and selling at 68. What are we talking about? Random date, common date, coal, Morgan, and Peace silver dollars. Buying at 63, selling at 68. Please do not ask for specific dates or years because they come in random, folks. They go out random. There are all common date material there. All right, junk 90, we are still buying it tentatively at spot minus 9, selling at spot minus 5. We're not going to take massive loads of it though, folks. If you have something you want to sell, bring it in. We'll be happy to help, but we're going to, don't be surprised if we cap the amount that we're going to take from you until we can get through to the other side of figuring out who our actual real-time live buyers of this material are. But we're buying at minus 9 and selling at minus 5 on generics or on junk 90. So old silver dimes, quarters, half dollars. If you're interested in it, now's a great time to buy it at minus $5 per ounce. 1964 and before, silver dimes, quarters, and halves. As always, Vermillion Enterprises reserves the right to change the premiums on the fly and even just stop buying. So don't be surprised if that happens, if we start having a rush of silver come back in. All right, so just keep that in mind, folks. All right, junk 40, buying at minus 9, selling at minus 6. Talking about 1965 to 1970 Kennedy half dollars. We got some in the shop, not a lot. I dumped 1,000 face on a refinery yesterday, or not a refinery, a wholesaler. And so got some, but not a ton. If you want it, buying at minus 9, selling at minus 6. Off quality silver eagles. Silver Eagles reigning king in the way of silver this week, for sure. No one turned off their buys on Silver Eagles, wide open on those, still buying them at the spot price of silver. And that right there should tell you everything, folks. Silver Eagles still live. Everybody wants them. Everybody needs them. Still buying them at the spot price of silver. Of course, that's subject to change. But as generic silver and junk 90, junk 40, world alloyed silver and sterling silver and all that stuff got turned off, Silver Eagles never stopped. Buying them at spot, selling the off qualities at spot plus $1 per ounce. We have some in stock if you're interested in them. And retail friendly solid day tubes, buying them at spot, selling them at spot plus 3. Low on that material, got hit hard on those, but as we replace them, we'll make them available for sale, but running on fumes with regards to retail friendly Silver Eagles. All right, generic silver, we're selling it at the spot price of silver minus $1 per ounce. We have rounds, we have 5-ounce bars, 10-ounce bars, couple 50s, and 100-ounce bars of generic silver. As we make this available, we'll put it out there, folks. We are selling it at spot minus $1 per ounce. All right. We got some Canadian silver we'll sell you at the spot price of silver. We got some 1-ounce material and some 1.5-ounce wildlife material. All decent looking stuff. Maybe a little milky, but not horrible. Selling this at the spot price of silver. All right, folks, we are Vermillion Enterprises. We're open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. Yeah, 8 to noon on Saturdays. Payment is cash, wire, Zelle, personal checks up to $7,500 with a 2-week hold, and scrap gold at 90% of value. You remember, we are no longer taking scrap silver at all at this point. So scrap gold, 90%, what does that mean? That means we are buying or cashing out your old jewelry at 90% of its value. 8 karat, 9, 10, 14, 18, 22 karat, 24 karat gold jewelry. We will pay you 90% of value on it. We will take your old class rings, chains, earrings, wedding bands, bracelets, necklaces, earrings, anything like that, lapel pins, 90% of its value. What determines value? Well, the carat of gold, the spot price of gold at the time of the transaction, and then the weight of the material. So if you got old jewelry laying around, even new stuff that you never wore, just sitting in the bottom of the jewelry box that you can't wear, it's broken, you don't like it, never fit, whatever may be the case, we will turn that into cash money for you at 90% of value, or we will put that towards the purchase of stackable precious metals, your choice. People legitimately take advantage of the option, both options every single day. What is our shipping policy? We have a $3,000 minimum order. Someone told me yesterday that AppMax went to a $10,000 minimum order. That's interesting. I don't know if that's true, but that is the word that I was told yesterday. Very interesting. I don't blame them. Shipping is free, and along with handling, we do, if you have a purchase order you'd like or questions, please reach out to info@igscoin.com, and we only ship to your local FedEx ship center for you to pick up securely at your own convenience. All right, guys and gals, I don't know what this weekend's going to hold for us, but we're getting creative and trying to move through this silver as expeditiously as possible, but my God, is that a chore. We will keep you guys and gals updated as much as we can, and you guys enjoy your weekend. It's going to be a chilly one, which is good. We need that kind of weather every once in a while. Hey, you guys have a great day. Thank you.